Dear students, how are you? I hope you are staying home and keeping safe. Today is a very difficult moment because COVID-19 has spread all over the world, including our country. So, welcome to all of my students to my online video class. Let me first introduce myself. I am Azur Rahman, assistant teacher, Alipur Union Secondary School, Alipur Shatria. Today I will take English second paper, voice sense. This class is appropriate for class 7. Now, dear students, get ready to enjoy my class. Voice. Do you know what voice sense is or voice is? Voice is a way of expressing verbs which describes whether the subject does the work or it has been done by the subject. And you know that voice is classified into two ways. One is active voice. And the other is passive voice. Two types of voice. One is active voice, two is passive voice. Now we have to know what is active voice. In a active voice, subject is strong or active and subject does the work himself or herself. Suppose now I will give an example of active voice. You see, he draws a picture. It is an example of active voice because in this voice the subject is he and verb is draws. Here the subject does the work by himself and a picture is object. So in active voice, subject is always strong and does the work by himself or herself. And we see that in the next, the passive voice, the example of passive voice. A picture is drawn by himself. There is an example of passive voice because in this voice subject is not active. Subject gets the work done by the object. We see a picture was an object of active voice, but in the passive voice the picture is in the position of subject and he goes to the position of object of passive voice. So passive voice is a voice that is done by the object and the subject acts as an object in this way. And you should also remind that in passive voice the main structure is that subject, auxiliary verb, auxiliary verb plus main verb past participle. This is the main structure of passive voice. So today we will learn about the change of voices. At first we have to know about the tense. Today I will discuss about only three tense: present tense and past tense and future tense. In this three tenses, I will show you how can we change active voice into passive voice. Okay. At first, present tense. Now I will give an example of present tense. They plow the land. This is an example of active voice. Now we will change the active voice into passive one. At first, you have to change the object. The object is to change into active voice, into subject in active voice, and the subject of active voice is changed into object in passive voice. The land here would be the subject of passive voice. This is the first system of passive voice. Next, we have to put an auxiliary verb according to the subject and tense. As the example of the sentence is an example of subject, sentence is an example of present tense, and in this way the auxiliary verb should be am, is, are according to the subject. As the subject is land and it takes is after it. And next we have to change the main verb into past participle. The main verb is plow and its past participle is plowed. Plow. And after the past participle, we have to put a preposition by. And next we have to change the subject into passive, subject into object in passive voice. The object of they is them. We should always write object of the subject in passive voice. So dear students, you will see that they plow the land. This is an example of active voice, and the land is plowed by them. It is an example of passive voice. Now dear students, I will show you another example of past tense. Past tense. Now I will give an example of past tense. She wrote a letter. This is an example of past tense. She wrote a letter. Now I will change the active verb into passive verb. Follow me. At first, here the object is letter, and this letter change into subject. And after the subject we will write an auxiliary verb according to the tense. As the example of the sentence is in past tense, so we should write here was or were according to the subject and person of passive voice. Here the letter is a singular noun, so we should write here was. And after auxiliary we will change the main verb. The main verb should be changed into past participle. The main verb is wrote and its past participle is written. And after the past participle we will write by according to the rule of passive voice. And after the preposition by we will change the subject. The subject here she and its object form is are. So dear students, see, look at the blackboard. She wrote a letter. It is an example of past tense and its passive voice is a letter was written by her. This is an example of passive voice. So dear students, I have shown you two types of tenses and their structure of passive voice. Now I will show you another example of future tense. Look at the blackboard. Future tense. We will plant trees. This is an example of future tense because this tense is not the action of present tense, it is the action of future tense. Because when we do any kind of activities in future, it is called future tense. So dear students, this is an example of future tense. Now we will change the active voice into passive voice. At first we have to change the object into subject. The trees here subject. And you see that there is an auxiliary verb will, and in future tense shall and will change into shall be and will. That is will be. This is the form of passive voice. Will be. And the main verb is plant. This main verb plant should be changed into past participle, and that is planted. Planted. And after the past participle, we usually put a preposition like by, and after the preposition we will change the subject form of active voice. The subject form is we and its objective form is us. So dear students, look at the blackboard. We will plant trees. This is an example of active voice and its passive voice. These trees will be planted by us. There are three types of tenses I have discussed today, and there are a lot of items of passive voice. Now, these sentences are in assertive sentence. You must mind it, and you know that passive voice should be changed into some way. There are 5 sentences in English grammar, but among the sentences only we can change assertive sentence, imperative sentence, and interrogative sentence. Today I have shown you the example of assertive sentence, but other sentences are also available. That means interrogative sentence and imperative sentence. So, dear students, I will show you another types of items of passive voice. But now today I have to finish my class. Thank you all again for enjoying my class. Okay. What